Finding love isn't easy. But what if there were a way to make a man fall in love with you simply by sending a few texts? Okay, there's more to it than that, but keep watching and I'll explain. Hi YouTube, I'm Emily Baker. I'm a relationship expert and women's dating coach. If this is your first time visiting my channel, thanks for coming by. Or if you're a regular viewer, welcome back. Either way, you're in the right place. Because today, I'm going to share with you the text messages you can send a man to make him fall in love with you. Now, before we get started, I need to say that my #1 piece of advice is to stay calm and trust the process. And if you're still stuck after everything I have to say, then I'm going to give you pre-written text messages that you can use yourself. In fact, I'll drop them in the description below so that all you have to do is copy and paste. That said, there are of course going to be situations where these messages will have to be adapted. I mean, you're not going to text a man about a trip to Cuba if you've never left the country, but again, don't worry. I'll give you the templates and then all you'll have to do is personalize these messages. So, let's jump right into this with #1, the thinking about you text. If you're looking to make a man fall in love with you, then this is a great text to start out with. Now, when I say start out, I'm assuming that you've already met the man and have been seeing him for at least a little while. If you're looking to find out what kind of text to send a man to initially get his attention and make him interested in you, then check out some of my other videos. I'll link them in the description below. So, again, this kind of text and the other ones I'm going to share with you in this video are intended for when you're already seeing a guy. They might be a little intense for the talking stage. Now that that's established, let's get into it. Simply put, the purpose of this type of text message is to let your man know that you're thinking about him. It's simple, but powerful. Life can be a drag. So if you can be the reason your man smiles when he looks at his phone, then slowly but surely, you're gonna win his heart. Here are a few examples. Hey, I was driving to work this morning and I heard the Beatles song that was playing the first night we met. It made me think of you. You've been on my mind all morning. I can't wait to see you later. Pretty simple, right? Don't overdo this one. Even sending him a message like this once every couple of weeks will make him feel special. #2, the sexy text. If you're looking to make a man fall for you, it's important that you give him what every man desires: sex. Now, that's not to say you have to send him nude or dirty pictures of yourself or write out the Karma Sutra for him, but just turn up the heat a bit to create sexual tension. This works so well because it creates a fantasy world for you and your man to explore together. It's a space to say things you might not be brave enough to voice out loud, and the chance to tell him all the things that turn you on. For example, let's say that you really love when he kisses a certain part of your body, but anytime you even think about telling him, you feel yourself blush or get awkward. This is exactly the kind of stuff you can text him. Just be sure that when you do, you make your message as detailed and descriptive as possible. As I already mentioned, men are visual creatures, so you're going to want to really paint him a picture with your words. Sending him, "Your kisses drive me wild," is fine, but a text like, "I cannot wait to feel your lips on my body tonight. You know the spots that turn me on." That's the kind of message that's going to get him going. That's about as graphic as I'm willing to get here, but for you, the sky's the limit. You don't have to live out the fantasies you describe here, but that said, just be careful not to explicitly agree to do anything that you have no intention of doing. If you do, then he'll think that you're just all talk, or in this case, all text. #3, the compliment text. Now, this kind of text message can be as PG or R-rated as you like. It's completely up to you. And yes, I will give you examples of both. Before I do though, it's important to explain why these kinds of messages make men fall head over heels for the women sending them. Here's the thing. So many men feel like they don't get enough compliments. The reason that men aren't complimented as often as women is because historically, women have been valued based on their appearance, while men are valued based on their competence. Yet another way that double standards and sexist behavior hurts everyone. So, when you take some time to recognize something about your man, be it his physical appearance, his personality, or his intelligence, it's going to stand out to him and make him feel good. Do it often enough, and he's going to fall in love with you. Yet another way, people are not too different from The Sims. That being said, you'll want to avoid texting the obvious here. I mean, if your man has stunning blue eyes, then chances are he's heard it all his life. So if you echo those words, it isn't going to send him over the moon. So try to choose something about your guy that he isn't used to hearing. For example, let's say he has a fiery passion for social justice. You could say something like, "You carry yourself with such conviction. Just being around you makes me a better person." Or again, if you want to stay physical, then something like, "You are so breathtakingly handsome. And that's the least interesting thing about you." Or, "I love the dip in your hip. Running my finger along it turns me on." I cannot stress enough that detail is key here, because while it's one thing to tell a man he's good looking, telling him specifically what makes him so attractive will stroke his ego and get his heart racing. And remember, guys like to feel like the warrior in a relationship, so keep his manhood in mind when sending these messages. The last thing you want to do is send something that's going to make him feel emasculated. If you're interested in learning some more powerful phrases for making any guy wild with desire for you, then you should check out the work of Amy North. You can see her free video over at coachnorth.com/texting. Number 4, the recognition text. The best way to win a guy's love is by making him feel appreciated. Without getting into too much detail here, it's this kind of recognition that keeps him working to win you over. I mean, he's not going to put in a continuous effort with you if you don't take the time to recognize the things he does for you. I know we're all busy, and it can be hard to find the time to properly show your guy how much you love the things he does for you. But the good news is you can do it quickly and easily by sending a short text. So look into your heart and let him know that you do notice all the things he does for you. Again, this is a message that you're going to want to make on your own. So take some time to really think about something amazing your man has done for you. Of course, you're going to want whatever you choose to be time sensitive, because texting him about something he did a year ago isn't going to be as moving as something he did last night. Sure, you can play up the past a bit, but if you're going to go this route, then be sure to reference something more recent as well. Here are some examples of reminder text messages. "I just wanted to thank you for all the things you do for me. Even though I might not always show it, you mean the world to me." Or, "I'm so lucky to have you in my life." Or, "I know I can be stubborn sometimes, but thank you for being so patient with me. You make life so much sweeter." Or, "I love the way you love me. Thanks for being there when I need you." Any combination of these will make your guy feel like he's struck gold. Number 5, the memory mover text. I intentionally saved this text message for last on my list for the simple reason that it's unlike all the other ones I've covered today. Where the previous 4 types of messages focus more so on your man, the memory mover is about the 2 of you as a couple. So, how does it work? Well, for starters, you're going to recall a powerful moment you shared together. Next, write down some sense memories of that moment. What did you see? What did you hear? How did it make you feel? When reading this text message, your guy should be able to see the memory flash before his eyes. This means you're going to want to use vivid, descriptive language that will let him easily imagine the memory you're reminiscing about, in a way that's so powerful he'll feel like he's reliving it in your words. Also, do your best to recall the memory in a present tense. It gives him the chance to really feel like he's reliving the moment. To help you out, here's an example. Remember our second date, when we got caught in the rain? We ran as fast as we could, but still got soaked. Then we finally made it to your place and stripped off all of our clothes and curled up by the fire. What a magical night. Now, this example isn't one you can just copy and paste because chances are you haven't shared that exact moment together. So, while what I just said gives you a taste of the type of text to send, yours is going to be totally different. Remember to set the scene, be descriptive, and tell a story that will show your fiery feelings of love, passion, and desire. Now that I've shared these 5 powerful text messages with you, it's your turn to weigh in. Do you have your own set of text messages that you use to get guys? Have you ever tried any of the ones I covered here? Did they work? I want to hear from you. So please share in the comment section below, and feel free to post any questions you have for me down there too. I'll personally get back to you as soon as possible. That just about does it for this video. Thank you so much for watching it. Again, if you found this helpful, then please don't forget to click the subscribe button below. After all, it's your support that allows me to keep coming out with new videos. I'm Emily Baker. Thanks for watching.